from my own job loss. Like a damn fool.
All right, you've got to be kidding me, guys. He is playing in everybody's face and he's making all this money, manipulating the market, and people are making billions. But hold on, wait, guys. This video is supposed to be about a MAGA person losing his job. I'll show you that later on, but let's talk about what Trump just did this week alone. He just turned the market and plummeted it, and with just one announcement, he's turned the market and flipped it completely around. Now it's in a strong bullish market. I gotta show you this because it's gonna absolutely blow your mind at where the market is right now and where it has gone within one day. Check this out. It's just straight green and it's still going up. But what I will say is I'm glad to be back and rolling because it was getting kind of scary at a moment. Now, at the end of the day, I know MAGA is going to turn around and make it look like, oh, he doing great things and making America great. But listen, he still kept the Trump tariffs on China, and China is exploding right now. There are so many businesses in America who are going out of business, and it's so much going on. But listen, you got to check this out. This guy breaks it down, and it's going to blow your mind. Check this out.
So Donald Trump has now announced on Truth Social that there will be a 90-day pause on the reciprocal tariffs for everybody except China. He's reduced them to 10% for all the countries involved in this whole mess. And once again, it highlights the fact that this is a pump and dump scheme through and through. He is intentionally manipulating global markets to line his own pockets. That is the whole reason he is actively destroying the American economy. He wants to manipulate the market because he knows he can personally benefit from it. I will continue to argue, and my argument all along has been, if he actually thinks that tariffs are the thing that will solve the problems of the American economy, it makes zero sense to implement them and then not leave them in place indefinitely. But he never believed that to be true. He just knew that by saying the word tariffs, Wall Street would jump. And because of that reason, he has continued to utilize that. He will continue to utilize this threat of tariffs. Will he, won't he? The market's going to rebound today, and I promise you billions of dollars will go back into the pocket of people that already have billions.
So first off, thank God my retirement just came back because that drop was absolutely vicious. Like, I don't know if y'all ever check your 401k account or your retirement accounts. It was insane. But listen, check this out. Now, we all know these tariffs were destroying the entire economy around the world, and these Trump tariffs have only gotten worse. They've made the country worse. There is no benefit from it, and there's so many people who are losing their businesses from these tariffs. And the tariffs are still on China, and they're even worse because there's tariffs on imports and tariffs on exports. So now there's so many small business owners who are losing their business. There's even Amazon. I got a video on that, so you got to stay tuned. When you think about America, majority of the products we make and sell within America are from China. It's not all these other countries. Yeah, we have German vehicles. We have products from Vietnamese and all these other different countries. Maybe a little bit from Japan, whatever. There's other countries, but we talk about the bulk, the majority of products, especially when you talk about clothing, home items, electronics, like majority of the items we have are from China. So at this point, there are going to be not anything coming from China. Like, it's about to get scary. Like, if you're not prepared, you really got to be prepared because prices are going to skyrocket. 100% tariffs on products coming from China. The Nintendo Switch drop is about to happen within a couple months. And I know that's from Japan. That's not made in China, but I believe some of the production within that is made within China, and all the tariffs is going to just skyrocket that price and maybe even delay the launch of the Nintendo Switch. So listen, there's so many things going on, and I can make a whole video about all the businesses that are going to be affected. Let me know in the comment section if you want to see that. This girl lost her business and is losing her majority of her profit because of these tariffs from Trump. God, it's crazy. China is really about to shake things up.
I feel like the past 24 hours has just been a complete nightmare. 104% on imports coming from China. 104%. And that means my small business that I put everything into is fucking done. I quit my corporate job about a year and a half ago to chase my dreams. I designed and launched a kids fitness brand, and it was going great. I paid fair wages. I built relationships. And then overnight, the cost just more than doubled. My margins were gone. You know, my business doesn't pay for a yacht or a private jet. It pays for our daughter's swim classes. It covers groceries. It helps with babysitters for date nights. This isn't just numbers on a policy sheet. It's real people, real jobs, real families. And now I'm back at square one. So wish me luck.
Well, that's very unfortunate, and it's really sad that all this is happening within a matter of a week, and it's so crazy. But listen, this is just one person, and there's so many MAGA people out here who are constantly standing by. They're like, oh, tariffs from China are a great thing. They're going to make the country great. You have that on one end, and then you have the actual working average Americans who are out here struggling, and they're really talking out against Trump. They're starting to question a lot of things that he was talking about, right? Do y'all remember the stimulus check that he talked about bringing? Do you remember when he talked about no taxes on overtime? Do you remember when he talked about no taxes on tips? Check this video out. This is crazy.
Hi, Mr. President. A lot of people are wanting to know. Then there's a lot of confusion. People are saying that I'm not going to be getting it. I'm not going to be getting any overtime in the next week or two. And a lot of people are saying that we are going to be getting it. Just sit tight. So I'm confused. What are we doing? What's going on with it? No tax on tips. No tax on overtime is a huge topic. A lot of people are misconstrued on what's going on with it. I know I am. I need some clarification. Also, I'm wanting to know about the day double time. Like today, it's Sunday, so I'm getting double time, you know. So I'm trying to figure out, is that going to be taxable too? Not going to have any work for in the next week, no overtime. I'm lined out for the next 7 weeks straight. I don't know what they're talking about. Whole lot of confusion.
It's funny, there was literally a comment that says you will get the no tax on overtime when we get the stimulus checks. Like, never, basically, that was the result of it. But listen, it's not gonna happen. So many people constantly try to pitch these policies and act like this is actually gonna happen. And maybe it does, who knows? What I will say is it hasn't happened yet, and all he's focusing on is these tariffs and making sure that being trans in America is illegal, or, you know, making sure that he's making segregation legal within certain departments. It's crazy, it's so much, and I just don't understand why people are still supporting this. Why are people still on the wagon? And there's even people like Dave Portnoy and Aiden Ross who are they turned on Trump, and now, I mean, I don't know, are they back on his side now that the stock market went back up?
You know, I'm in crypto and I'm in stocks myself, and I couldn't believe what's going on. You know, you have Japan, you have everybody just falling, and I want to ask you, you know, how do we basically get it back up and flowing and back up and running? And, you know, and what's causing this?
Well, right now you have no confidence. You have somebody that now is taking over from Biden.
Guys, you want to be honest with you? I don't know how many of you guys are invested in crypto or stocks. What the fuck is going on with our country? Guys, why am I poor? Like, what is going on in the world right now? Why the fuck is this going on? Can somebody please explain what's going on?
Yeah, I can explain it. You voted for the dude who showed us many times that he was unpredictable and doesn't understand economics, rather than voting for the woman who is a normal human being with a steady hand.
It's just so crazy. It's so much going on. This guy even lost his job, and now he regrets voting for Trump. It's so crazy, and it's so sad, man. It's so much going on in the world, and to lose your job in the middle of all this is even worse. But listen, I'm sure he worked for the federal government, and they considered him just a waste. They figured that he wasn't, you know, valuable within the country, and it sucks, but now he regrets that he voted. Check this out.
I mean, it was an illegal firing. My performance was good. I was doing everything I was supposed to be doing. I was even one of those government employees that went every day of the week. I had to report every Monday through Friday, 7 to 3:30. That was my tour duty, and that's what I served. And here I am. I was a Trump supporter. When he talks about government waste and all that, yes, I'm behind it. I believe there is a lot of stuff in the government that needs fixing. And that's part of the reason why I actually wanted to work for the government, actually, to help change the things that are wrong in the world, you know? I thought that someone with like his business acumen would have come in with a fine-tooth comb and actually found it, instead of coming in with a wrecking ball and destroying people's lives for no reason.
I voted for my own job loss. like a damn fool. And I ain't ashamed to admit
currently getting my PhD in Jersey.
I won't do that again.
I bet you won't do it again. I guarantee you, you won't do it again. You won't fall for the okie doke. Never again. I guarantee you. All right. So listen, at the end of the day, this is scary times, and Trump putting those tariffs and doubling up on tariffs. I just got to make that a whole separate video. I'm sorry. This video right here was supposed to be about him losing his job. But listen, I had to talk about it. It's crazy that this is happening. All right. And at the same time, you have to prepare yourself, because even though it's only one country that has the tariffs, it's going to be a mass effect on everything within the country. Don't make it seem like it's not going to be a huge thing. We get so much from China. China is the leading country in the world. They supply everything. China is literally a country that will allow you to go to school just to work a job. Like, you don't have to go to school and study social studies and science and stuff. If you know that you want to be a mechanic in China, you can go to school to be a mechanic. They are going to win every single time because they focus on these things. America is not a manufacturing country. Yeah, we do want to manufacture a lot of things, but listen, China is killing it. All right, so listen, at the end of the day, I'm not even going to dip into it. We're going to just prepare yourself. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I'm not going to keep going. Prepare yourself. It's scary, but listen, if you enjoy good content like this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next video. Yeah, let's go.